Heads high is our posture. Against all odds, we gon' prosper. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts. Staying focused, we know our day coming. Negative vibes, we escape from it. We know our place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I wanna talk about or speak on the Deontay Wilder situation. You know, the situation he had with his now ex-fiance. Her name is Telly Swift, right? And so, I think a lot of people heard about this situation. And I was recently talking to a friend of mine about, like, how do you handle these kind of situations, and how do you avoid, like, what's the best way to avoid these kind of situations, right? So everybody knows that Deontay Wilder, he got with this young lady. She already had a kid. She had a son. And I think she's like a IG model or some type of model. And so how do you handle situations when you get into, when you meet a young lady like this, and, I guess, if you like her, like you want to vet her as well as possible. And so now, all right, so when you meet a young lady, and if she have a kid, which she did, sometimes you just gotta be wary of that. I wouldn't discourage guys from dating women who already have kids, but it's definitely something that you have to be on the lookout for. It's something that you have to be wary of, right? You definitely want to be wary of them. So that was one red flag. And in this day and age, I think it's gonna be hard for you to meet a woman who don't already have kids, especially, like, what I mean, you meet somebody and they're in their late 20s or their 30s. By the time they get to that age, most people, a lot of people, men and women, have kids. So, but what I thought that he could have done, Deontay, what I thought that, Deontay Wilder could have done is just vetted her better, and one thing I would not have done, because he was already he realized that by him being a public figure, that, like, would she have dated him if he wasn't a public figure? And that's one thing, like, guys have to really think about. Like, would she date you if you weren't a public figure? And if the answer is no, then you really have to be careful. And I don't think, in my opinion, she may have. So I'm not really going to answer on that. But I think he should not have moved her into his place, right? So what he should have done is he should have, he have money, he should have allowed her to maintain her own apartment, her own condo, her own house, but he should not have allowed her to move in with him. Because now, when you start a relationship with somebody, like, I recommend that she should have had her own living space, and he would have had his own living space. Number one, you get to see, like, how she maintains her living space, right? And I wouldn't even suggest that he pay for it, but I wouldn't suggest that at all. But allow her to maintain her own living space for her and her son, which she probably had before he met her. So that way you get to see how she lived. And then so now y'all can continue to date. And during this dating process, you're vetting her, like, you're getting to know her and everything, right? And then so while you're getting to know her, like I said, you see how she maintain her place. And you can kind of see, like, is she going to be the kind of woman that's going to be in competition with you, or is she going to be the kind of woman that you can that will bring something to the table. And then, if she show you that she's willing to bring something to the table as far as, like, contributing to your household when she move in there. Because if she comes straight into the relationship, and y'all date, you want to immediately move her and her son in, you haven't had an opportunity to set any ground rules. So if you see any bad behavior or something that you don't like while she's living in her own house, then y'all can talk about that. You can have, that's the time when you want to make corrections before she get into your household. And then, because sometimes you may see something, and you like, well, nah, she's not, I wouldn't want her to live with me if she had these kind of habits, or she has this type of mentality. And so, like I said, if he had her stay at her own house, and he would have had his own house, because everything that he purchased during the course of their relationship, she's thinking that she's entitled to that, like that's for them. So, because she lives with him, and really those purchases was his. And now when she leaves, she think that she's entitled to take, she's entitled to take some things with her. Um, she's using she's playing like she's intimidated by him, or she's, like abuse. Like if you with somebody for 9 years and they also have a daughter together, like why haven't why all of a sudden that, you want a restraining order, and you want, you want to claim that there's been some type of abuse there, and hopefully that wasn't the case. But why stay all of those years, and now all of a sudden she feel, like this is the time, while his career is now, especially now, while his career is like, he just took like, I think he lost like last 4 out of 5 uh boxing matches, and now all of a sudden, she wants out. She probably figured that his career is over with. And I just think, like I said, if he had not allowed this young lady to move in with him, and he would have just took a long time to vet her, and you kind of get to see, like I said, like, is she the kind of woman who's going to be in competition with you, or is she the kind of woman who is going to bring something to the table and contribute to your house, to your household, and to your life? And I don't even mean like on a financial level. There's a lot of other things that she could do in his life, just besides just besides being eye candy. And so if he let her come into his life strictly being eye candy, then that's on him. And so he didn't really ask anything of her. And so he should have established before she even moved in, this is how I like my household to run. This is what I want for my household. This is how I live my life. But throughout the whole relationship, it's about him treating her and taking care of her and her son until, they finally had a daughter. But I think that, guys need to take their time, allow these women to maintain their own household. And yeah, man, you gotta know who it is that you're moving into your house, because these women, they become entitled, and she's used to this type of lifestyle. He definitely have to do better than that. And that's my take on Deontay, the Deontay Wilder situation. Let me know what you think. Like I said, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, man, go to Urban Platform Fashion also and check out the merch. I have hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, and short sleeve t-shirts. And leave a comment. Like, let me know, like, how would you handle these situations with with a woman that, in this situation, like a woman who don't make as much money as you, and she already have a kid. Like, how would you have handled this situation? And with that being said, I'll check you all out on the next video. Peace.